Hello students, I'm Mr. Msezane SK from GS College at Pedagog campus. Today I'm going to conduct a lesson based on business practice level 4. So our topic today is working as a project team member. Before we go through the whole lesson, let us look at the overviews of the topic. I would like to emphasize the importance of understanding the overviews of the lesson. Most of the time, the assignment, test, internal exams, external exams, they are constructing the questions from the overviews of that particular topic. We will see that along our lesson as we are moving on. Okay, overview number 1. After this lesson, each and every learner must be able to identify and explain the criteria for working as a member of a team, identify and explain team dynamics, explain the importance of showing respect, consult with the team members, provide feedback that is lead to construct respect for individuals. Those are the most important overviews you must bear in your mind and make sure that at the end of this lesson you are able to understand all of them. Okay, team. What is a team? Remember, we are basically looking at the working as a project team member. Here we are just collecting different groups of people that are having a different skills so that they will be able to accomplish the certain task or project that is given in a certain time frame as well. Okay, what is a team? A team is formed by a group of people who have been selected to work together on a particular task. Someone can say a team is a person belonging to a specific group of people involved in attempting to achieve a common goal. For example, a team member could be one of the several institutional investors trading the asset market together, or a business person working closely with others within their company. Okay, let us move on and look at the criteria for working as a team. It's not easy to work as a team because sometimes you have to prioritize with your time. It's frustrating, it's having a lot of work. So it's better as a team member to get to know each other. By doing that, it will make easy, or it's going to have an impact, a positive impact to your work that you are busy with. So we have some rules that we need to follow in order for us to work effectively and efficiently as a team. Okay, each and every member of a team must be able to have a weight, or we have to make sure that everyone has a chance to have their say. Like a group of team, when they are discussing their work or their project, everyone in a team must be able to say something, must be allowed to have a weight, so that it's going to be easy as a group to accomplish that task using the different ideas and be able to discuss those ideas before you move on with your project. Also, we have to know how decision will be made as a group. Most of the time, someone is raising that idea, so it's us as a group who will decide how are we going to take that idea to consideration. Then what will happen? Some other groups, they just allow themselves or agree each other to use a vote. You come up with the idea, we vote as a group, we take the majority vote, then we move on. Another step that we need, or a rule that we need to take it into consideration, how team member will be kept up to date on their team progress. So that is a consent we have to check again. Now as a team, we have to propose a communication tool that we're going to use as a group that will be effective for everyone. Most of the time we are working in group, we are just looking for our leaders to tell us what the next step. But we need to know the progress as we are keep on working. So we will propose either we're going to use the emails, we use telephones. It depends to us as a group what it's going to suit us as a group. Okay, now we have to check the skills that you must have when working as a team. So since we are working as a team, we are having different skills, we have different talents that we need to combine together and eliminate or minimize our weakness. Okay, listening skills is one of the most important skills that is needed for someone to work as a team. Because most of the time we used to discuss issues as a group, so only to find out that we must give each other a chance to talk while others they are listening. So one of our skills that are most important is a listening skill. Also discussing. So whenever we are having a issue or a matter that needs to be resolved, as a team, collectively, we have to discuss that issue as a team. So everyone must be able to participate and have a say toward that issue so that we'll be able to accomplish the given task in a given time. Respect. That is another vital skill whereby the team members must respect each other, must show respect even in their work. How? As a group, maybe you set a meeting, maybe every Friday you meet as a group, maybe someone is always coming late. So as a group, you must have a certain solution for those mistakes that keep on happening inside the group, because they will have a negative impact on your project as well. So we must also look at the helping skill. Helping skill, each member of a team must be able to help each another, and also you must be able as a team member to raise up the problem that you are facing so that other team members will be able to help you. Let's just look at another one. Sharing. We have to share experience. We have to share ideas, because each member must have a different talent or skills among us. So for us to accomplish that given task, we have to use the sharing skill. Participating. We will remember that each team member has his or her role in a team, so we must make sure that we are participating accordingly and properly so that we will be able to fulfill or achieve the goals or the objectives of a team. Okay, so long I would like us to check the question. Most of the time, when they are asking us questions, they are using scenarios, they are using case studies just to trick us to those kind of questions. So I'll read the scenario for you here, and I'll just come up with a question based on the skills that are needed to a member to work as a team. Okay, The case study says, Sunny, a qualified hairdresser, is the owner and the manager of Beauty Clinic, a hair and beauty salon. Beauty Clinic employs 4 hairdressers, a beautician. Sunny also has a sales area where she sells hair and beauty products. She was located hair salon in shopping complex situated in a busy part of residential area. Sunny realizes that she has to delegate activities as she will not be able to do everything herself. She intends having a workshop for team building. We will remember, guys, that we are going to write our internal exams. So such kind of question might come. You must be able to attempt them without any problem. So we must be focused and follow the instruction based on the question, and make sure that you understand the question. If you do not understand the question, you must reread that question. After that, maybe you will have something will click to your mind, then you will attempt that kind of a question. So here they just gave us the case study. I'll go and read the question now so that we will see how to attempt this kind of question. Then question says, during the workshop, Sunny explained to her team that besides having knowledge of the particular area in which they work, as a team player, they will also need other skills. Okay, that was a statement. Then we're coming now to read a question. They are saying now, discuss any 5 of these skills. So they constructed the question from the scenario, also from the case study, whereby you have a case study. So you must make sure that you only concentrate on the question after understanding the scenario itself. Okay, let us look at the answers from this question. Most of the time they usually allocate 10 marks. It depends on the number of skills that they are looking for. All right, I named the skills before, but now I'm going to give you the answers accordingly. It's 10 marks. Remember, you have to name the skill and also discuss a little bit about that skill. Okay, skill number 1, we have listening skills, of which the hairdresser must listen to each other and share ideas. And you must also remember to link your answers with the case study so that it will be showing the understanding of the case study and what you are writing in your exams. Okay, questioning skills. Staff member must feel free to ask questions where they are not certain on how to do things. Communication skills, interactive communication within the group. Respect, have respect to opinion and ideas of others, as we stated. Sharing skills, share ideas and techniques with the team. Discussion, you have to discuss your ideas and what you might have learned at a workshop with the other team members. I'm just giving a lot, but they are looking for 5. So by giving the answer and the definition, that means you will collect the full mark, the 2 full marks. When you are giving 5 of them, that means you have 10 over 10. So guys, let us make sure that we are reading the instruction accordingly and make sure that we are understanding those questions and give the correct answer. Hopefully this one will going to assist you while you are busy preparing yourself with exams, especially internal exams. Okay, let us move on. We have to look at the team dynamics as well. So the team dynamics is the forces that have an impact in your success of your project. So it might have the negative impact, it might have a negative impact. Which are those type of forces that we have to look at? We have the team role. So as a team member, you must know your role in a team. You must make sure that you are performing your duty accordingly and thoroughly. It can affect the team negative or positive. You might remember that, because whenever the team member doesn't perform his or her role, that means there will be a conflict in the team. But whenever someone is performing his role accordingly, that means there's going to be a positive effect in a team. All right, let us check the organizational culture as well. Most of the time, we are building relationship in the organization only to find out that some of other members, they are not comfortable. Just to make an example, most of the time in an organization, the permanent staff are able to use the car company. So whenever you are not a permanent staff, you feel like you are not accepted to use into the company asset or whatsoever. But you have to first understand the organizational culture before you just give your emotions or you just show your feelings toward that particular culture of an organization. So you have to understand the organizational culture before you drive the team to a negative impact. All right, let us look at the tools and technology. Tools and technology. Now we are looking at the communication skills, those dynamics we are using to communicate as a team. The team leader can just send emails, can use verbal communication. It depends to the team what kind of the communication tools they can use and suit that certain team. All right, let us move on to the team objectives. Now, as a team, we set the rules. We just have those kind of skills, because as we are selecting ourselves as a group, we have to know this one is good at this thing, this one is weak at this one, so that when we are working in that project, we will minify those weaknesses and focus on our strengths to one another. Then we know each other now. We have to set now the team objectives. How are we going to set all of those team objectives? We have to make sure that we should set a SMART objectives. By saying SMART in bold, S stands for specific. That means our objective is concentrate, detailed, focused, and well-defined. We have to ask ourselves as a group, what are we going to do? How are we going to do that? When are we going to do that particular project? Those are the questions that we have to ask yourself as a group as you are still setting the objectives. Okay, the M stands for measurable. If the objective measurable, it means that the measurable sources is defined and we are able to track the action as we progress toward the objective. And also you have some questions that you need to ask, for yourself as a group, like how will I know that the change has occurred and can measurable obtained? So those are the questions you need to ask yourself by checking the measurables of or sources that you need to have to conduct that certain objective or project at the end of the day. Then we have A, of which is achievable. Achievable need to be, objective need to be achievable, but also you have to ask yourself some questions before. Questions like, is this possible? Because you don't just set objectives besides checking the materials that you have, the resources, the skills. So you must check at the end of the day, is it possible for us to obtain that or to reach that certain goal? If so, you can carry on with your project. Has anyone else done this successful? So now you are checking the background that, is there anyone who tried and win based on that project? If yes, you carry on and do that project, and hopefully you will do it successfully. Then realistic. Object achieved may not be realistic. However, realistic does not mean easy. So also there are some questions that you need to check before, of which you have to check that, do we have the resources available to achieve this object? And is it possible to achieve this object as well? So you have to ask yourself those kind of questions before you move on, because you might end up not knowing what you are doing because of the resources, the shortage of resources, the shortage of people who have that particular skills that are needed in your team. All right, time bound now. Setting a deadline for the achievement of the object. It's the question you need to check first, but we have to remember that each and every task or project must have a given time frame that must be completed by that time. Okay, so you have to check. It's also motivate and also introduce that emergency in a group. After this, after so long, we need to complete that task, so we have to move fast in order for us to finish that task in a given time. Okay, you have to check here some other question as well. Before you, in your setting of projects, you have to check these questions. Is there a stated deadline? When will this object be accomplished? So when you did all of these accordingly, that means you will be able to see as a group that, okay, right now we have set our objectives, then you plan moving forward based to your objectives. After that, everything must be on place. You work toward your project. Now let us look at how to build a team spirit. Before we are looking how to build a team spirit, I like us to go back and check the question that is based on the team dynamics. We will go back to that scenario and check one of the questions that is based on the team dynamics. Okay, the question may come like this. It depends how they constructed that kind of a question, because sometimes they can list and discuss. Sometimes they can say you just list the 5 or 10 dynamics, team dynamics. So it depends to the person who's setting the paper, but you must make sure that you understand what is needed from you. Okay, the question says the team dynamics are forces that impact on whether the team will be successful. Then it says list any 5 aspects that can have a positive influence on a team work in Sunny Beauty. Then you have to remember the team dynamics, of which are the team roles, organizational culture, office layout, tools and technology, processes, and procedures. Those are the team dynamics they are looking for. Okay, How to build a team spirit? First of all, we have to understand what is a team spirit itself. Okay, team spirit is a mood or a feeling that is between the team members. But it take a lot, or it require a lot of work for the team to build a team spirit. Okay, how to be able to build a team spirit? Leaders, managers should be enthusiastic about what they do, of which we have the team cohesive. That is a result of a team spirit as well. So as a team, we have to build a spirit by playing. Maybe if I can say, the manager of a company will allow the staff to go outside or in a field to play, so that each member will be able to socialize, knowing each other, getting along each other, away from the working office, apart from the stress of work that they have to deal, duties, away from the office as large. Okay, we also have a skill recognition. Whenever you have skills, let me say, as we are working in Sibande College, we are here to give lectures. So for recognizing the skill, if some of the members or lecturers have a skill of dancing, he or she must teach us. If someone is having a talent in playing soccer, he must teach us. This one is not based on the duty itself, but it also helps us to develop new skills, also to just forget about the content and try to socialize and share those ideas that we have to one another. Also, we have to show reward. If you are awarded as a team, we must display them so that it'll be recognized. We must also have events as a team or a team members. We can even include our families, children, wives, take them to a rugby field, watching games, just to develop that spirit amongst us as a team members. Okay, guys, you have to remember the importance of overview, the learning outcomes. You must make sure that you understand. You must make sure at the end of the content that everything that is covered, that content, you will be able to attempt the questions that are coming from the exam. Hopefully this lesson will be profitable for you. I only wish you good luck toward your internal exams, also external exams. Goodbye. Thank you.